Hello traders, words cannot describe how excited I am for this video. We're going to be dissecting order flow in a different kind of way, and I think that a lot of you guys are really going to enjoy this new free tool. Beyond cool. Before we get into that, my delta neutral course is linked below if you want to go check that out, and to use the bot that is now attached to the delta neutral course, you can do that too. Without further ado, let's dive in. You are looking at the open interest market scanner from coinmarketman.com/market scanner, and I have two things set up, guys. First, I'm going to introduce this page, what it is, and then we're going to talk about the best tool on this page and how I use it for live trading and scalping with a pretty high success rate. So first of all, to show some things that they show connectivity, how many bots and users are using BitMEX. They show the classic Trollwax position holders, position flexors, so people who know how much money they've made, trading view chart of Bitcoin itself, of course, and then they also show open interest in Bitcoin. We can see that open interest is currently rising, and we can see how many liquidations there have been as well. And we can see the bids versus the offers, liquidations here as just kind of like statistics. We get some more statistics here and a constantly fluctuating open interest that you will see just fluctuating all the time. But the best part of this is that top right that I've really been leading up to. This is going to show all market transactions over $100,000. But what this shows that's pretty different is look where it says OI up or OI down. What does that mean? Well, guys, if OI is up and there is a large green, if it's green and OI is up, that means that we know for a fact that a long just market bought. Okay, that means that a long is now entering, because whenever open interest rises, what that means, let's see if they describe it here. Oh, perfect, they do. Whenever open interest rises, that means positions are opening. Whenever open interest drops, that shows that positions are closing. But what I like about this and segregating it between, $100,000 and more is I can see what the big guys are doing. And I've also have another filter up that's not $100,000, but is $1,000. So this really just shows the more retail crowd, what are most traders doing at these current prices. Now, how I use this to actually live trade is this. What I personally like to see is the very large traders having OI up. So let's say that we see a lot of market sells here. We just see a lot of red, and we see a lot of OI up. So open interest is rising. That means that we know that a lot of $100,000 plus shorts are opening positions using market orders. That to me is quite bearish. But let's say at the same exact time, I go to my other tab and I see a bunch of open interest up, except it's a lot of $1,000 buys. So something like this exactly, like a $2,000, like a tiny $2,000 market buy at 93.20 open interest up. This means that a lot of longs are opening. So I want to see an imbalance between one side, the bigger traders, $100,000 and up. I want to see them either going long or going short. And then I want to look at the retail crowd, look at smaller orders, and then see what they're doing. Now, I totally understand what you guys might be thinking is, well, some larger traders disguise the liquidity by doing a 2,000 order here, a 2,000 order here, 2,000 order here. Of course, this is just an approximation. It's going to give you a pretty rough view of really what's going on in the market. It's not going to give you some kind of perfect view, but I do think that it's been pretty helpful, even with kind of a rougher view. So let's start dissecting it, okay? So to go to the 100,000 and up guys, let's go see what they were doing. So we know that, let's go look at the biggest transactions. I'm going to go way back before I switch the filter here. So let's go look at what was going on at these prices, right? About 16 minutes ago. So 16 minutes ago, here's what happened. A $570,000 long closed. I know that because a $570,000 short closed. Yes, it was a short. I know that because this is green. And if OI is down and we know that this is green, that means that a short had closed. So we know that a short closed at 93.07.5. That to me isn't as bearish or bullish, because I love to look at open interest rising. I don't really take OI down as much into effect because I want to see new positions coming in. And I find that to be a better predictor than old positions getting out. But this is, if anything, making me slightly more bullish or slightly more bearish. This would make me slightly more bullish, of course. But then we see this happen. We see over $1 million worth of shorts opening. And it looks like they're all but one is just a ton of opening. And then look at this. we get a $1,030,000 short that opens at the price of 95.05 using market selling onto 5 limit orders, right? This is a pretty big short entering at 93.05. That to me is pretty bearish. And then when price actually goes below 9,300, as you'd expect, we have a lot of open interest down because people's stop losses are getting hit, right? And that's why you see this 1.35 mil long closing OI down, as you can see right there, in 3.5 orders. And what we can see with some others, yeah, we just have a lot of longs really closing, just a bunch of longs closing. But then right after a lot of those longs closed, probably in a loss, some 1.8 million short was able to close. I say 1.8 million because it's 600K flat each one of them, which seems to me to be a pretty clear pattern that this may have been a 1.8 million short who was closing in the 92.90s range. Okay, and then I see even more shorts opening, a $1 million short opening at the price of 92.99. Now, you may be wondering, well, at least I would be wondering if I was watching this, well, what were the retail traders doing at the same exact time about 13 to 15 minutes ago? Well, there are a lot of transactions, so I'm gonna scroll down, and okay. All right, thank you, thank the Lord. 13 to 15 minutes. Yeah, so I only started doing this. I think there's so many, it's just like cutting off. But we can see what I was seeing is about 12 minutes ago. A lot of smaller guys were hopping into longs, right? A lot of smaller guys hopping to longs, but then you can see this 500K short opens at 92.96.5. And that can also be seen, of course, here. So what I've been seeing is a divergence with a lot of large shorts opening and really a lot of just tiny little longs opening as well. That to me is quite bearish. So my very short-term prediction is that price goes from 93.15 to lower. Does it happen immediately? Maybe. Does it happen where we go 93.15 to like 93.25, 93.24, then go back down? Yeah, that could be the case. But looking at current order flow, looking at positions opening and positions closing on BitMEX, it really looks like that the big guys are betting on the market going down. And that the smaller guys are betting on the market going up. As you can see, OI up and a lot of green, a lot of buying, right? Let's see what this guy is. OI up, so that's a short entering. But overall, I see a lot of these guys are looking like they bet the market's going to go up. Okay, but let's go look at the bigger guys now. Because they've kind of been all over the place. They've been mostly betting on down, but they have been really just bananas all over the place, I'd say. And if you're ever confused about, hey, what to look for, there's so much data. The easiest thing for you to do is to just look at the very biggest. So you could even switch this filter to like 500,000 from up here, Or I could switch to 1 million to only show me executions, new positions opening over $1 million. That could be something too. And additionally, if you guys want even better signal or even better strategy, remember this. When it says, 1.5 or 2.5, it's my knowledge, I believe, but I really, don't quote me on this, but I think that means that it was 2.5 different limit orders that it was transacting on. But to me, that doesn't really make sense because how can you have 0.5 a limit order? It's kind of strange. Oh, maybe. Oh, I have an idea of why it says 2.5. Hear me out on this. So it was a $600,000 buy that closed a short. Clearly, this $600,000 buy completely filled two sell orders, right? We filled 2 sell orders, filled that first guy, then filled the second guy, and then we filled partial of a third limit order, but not the full. That would make sense for 2.5. Now, going on with my point of what I want to say for this, I actually think it's a better signal if you see that a large long or large short is opening and this number is very high, this 2.5, 1.5. Because what that means to me is that a very large trader was transacting at multiple smaller limit orders. And if you kind of get what I'm going with here, if we have a bunch of small guys who are limit ordering, and then we have one big guy who just sells millions of dollars, I'm going to bet on the guy who's selling millions of dollars, really. And, those multiple longs with tiny limit orders are probably going to get crushed. They're probably providing poor liquidity. Poor liquidity is when you set a limit order at a price and then it like immediately gets filled or just someone takes advantage of it right away because it wasn't really a very efficient limit order. It's, someone's taking advantage of you, basically. So let's go dissect some more. So what's going on? I call this more of a stalemate with the bigger guys. I don't really see anything that I can say definitively what's going to happen. I'm already leaning more bearish. I will say that. However, we've had a lot of liquidated longs. That's why that's red. I still am more bearish, though. I just feel bearish. We can see that we have a bit of a stalemate in the order book, and we do have a kind of a stalemate here. I do observe, I do see the $600,000 long that just opened at 93.13 4 minutes ago. Yeah, that guy I definitely see. Interesting. So there was a 600K. Oh, this is really interesting. Look at this. 600K, 93.17.5 OI down, 600K, 93.13 OI up. Why is this so special? Well, what this could have meant, let's say that this is the same guy who's just using $600,000 orders. What did he do? Well, he clearly closed his short at 93.17.5, right? That's why OI is down. And then he opened a new fresh long at 93.13. That could have been it, or I'm just assuming too much because it's the same size. I'm probably just assuming too much because that's not a weird size. It's not like, 600,437. It's not something like that where I'd be like, is this the same guy typing in the same order? But I think that there's a good chance that he closed his short. He or she or it closed their short and then opened a long at 93.13. But I'm still bearish. I think that guy's wrong. I know I'm saying that like inquisitively, but I think that guy's wrong and that 600K long open at 93.13 isn't going to be profitable. We can see that a large, what would this be? It's a buy, but OI down. A large short exited exited 543,654 contracts. That's a very specific number. Okay. But yeah, the biggest guy here is just clearly been this 1.4 mil. I mean, the 1.35 guy, and this is the biggest guy here. So if you want to know, well, what does this mean? Well, but this is OI down. This is a big, long closing, so I don't really care about that as much. This is the biggest guy who opened a position. He, she, or they opened using 3 different limit orders that they completely filled, and they sold with $1 million at 92.99. So that was 19 minutes ago at 92.99. Let's go see the 1 minute and let's go look at that. How many minutes ago was it? 14 or would you say 19 minutes ago? Thank you. So 19 minutes ago, I just want to get 19 bars across. Oh, so they sold here on this guy right here. Yeah, on that green candle, they sold at 92.99. So price. Oh, that makes sense. So price went up. And then there was that $1 million short that opened at 92.99, which pushed the price back down. So this could be a potential. Do you think this is going to be a potential support because we have such large shorts opening here, and they might want to break even if price goes right below to the 92.80s? I mean, 92.70s or the 92.80s. That could be interesting, but I'm going to mark that. And the way I mark it is you hit on your Mac Option H like that. And what I love to do with this program is to mark where the big guys are opening. So I know that there was a large short who opened at 92.99. Let's see if I can catch anyone else. Yeah, there's the guys that opened at 96.5. That's pretty big. I'll mark them at 96.5 because it's 1.1 mil added together. 96.5 is here. So we have 2 pretty large shorts entering right here, and also we have a lot of longs who exited on that red candle. They probably got liquidated, and they probably got stopped out. Or they probably just closed because they got scared. Right? So we have those 2 guys who opened. Now how about the big long who opened at 93.13? Oh, we just got a new guy here too. Okay, so someone just opened a $100,000 long position at 93.13.5. That's why OI is up. So 600K at 93.13. I'm gonna mark him. Yep, I'm just gonna mark this, and I know it's not very clear because they're the same. What's it called? I'm like trying to change the color by like right clicking, but it's not cooperating. Come on. Okay, I don't think I can change the color, but I'm just gonna have to remember that a large long entered here, and a lot of large shorts entered here. But the shorts that entered here are bigger than the longs who entered here in total size. So this is what it looks like. Okay. So I wouldn't be shocked to see price going lower. And we could also see how many people opened around here about an hour ago. How many people were opening there? I don't think I have data going back an hour for the big guys, but I just want to see, you know, like 60 minutes ago. Come on. Okay, how far do I have to scroll? Smaller guys. And if this is confusing to you, I switched the filter right before the video. I have my filter of just, you know, 1,000 and up, and then I switched this to 100K and up. But before I switched to 100K and up, I had these guys. So it looks like, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm seeing when price did that, you know, this kind of like movement, movement up here, where these prices were at, the low 9300s, what were people doing? You know, what was going on in the 9330s is what I'm curious about. So it looks like we have some longing, but, you know, it seems pretty split with how people are using their market orders. Okay, a lot of longs entering, a lot of 250s, a lot of longs entering, I'd say. Some longs closing. I mean, no, some shorts closing, pardon me. Any big guys? Anyone over... Oh, jeez. Yes, that is a big one. I'm so glad I found that. Oh, great. So we have a massive short entering at 93.31. That could cause some shenanigans if price gets up to 93.30. So 93.31, pardon me, I'm going to put another, oh, that's 93.32, but I'll keep them there. So yeah, so I know that here's what's happened. Here's what I've constructed as kind of like a position map. $3 million short entered here. Millions of dollars of shorts entered here, and some semi-large longs entered here with market orders. Okay? And open interest is going up. So people are hopping into positions. So let's go to the very top and see if there's any new people. Yep, there are new people. Okay, there's a lot of longs entering. A lot of large longs entering. Now, what's the retail crowd doing? Are they entering too? Oh, geez. Yeah. So many longs entering. Look at this. Just like, it seems like everyone using market orders is just longs entering the market. Some shorts entering here. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. What is going on here? A lot of shorts entering. A lot of big shorts entering, too. Look at this. We have these big longs who are entering here, and now we have the shorts who are like, nope, you guys are all idiots. Yeah, you might have millions of dollars in longs, but these shorts are clearly going to win. That's what these shorts are saying, not what I'm saying. Yep, and price is probably going to fall. I'll bet you. Price is going to fall. Yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see what these guys do, these big guys do, when price goes lower. And I'm also really going to be on the lookout for a I don't know what that guy's size was. It was like 3,047,000. Okay, the one when I scrolled back about 2 minutes ago. I don't know how big exactly what it was, but if I see a 3,047,000 buy, I know for a fact that that large short had closed. And that would probably be a sign that I might be betting on bullishness. Because if a $3 million short closes, it's not like the most bullish sign, but it's definitely more bullish than bearish. All right, so we see these shorts are not messing around. They're really trying to short as much as they can at these prices. But also the longs were at these higher prices too. Now price is at 93.10. Okay. All right, and what are the smaller guys doing? Just for kicks and giggles. Yeah, some shorts entering. True. I mean, yeah, shorts are entering for sure. So it looks like on both sides, this is more of like a time to enter the shorts with market orders. I still think, though, that these guys are right and that price is going to fall, but that could be confirmation bias, especially after this just flipped. Okay. All right, guys, I think that this video already is way too long. Pretty simple setup that I have here that you can replicate. Put a small filter on one, then put a large filter on the other. This could even be like 1 million or 500K if you want to go really big. And then I just kind of like basically look at what the small guys do here versus what the bigger guys are doing. And then I actually draw horizontal lines. Did my horizontal line go away? Oh, it's this guy. And then I draw horizontal lines to show where the bigger guys are. You know, like I know the $3 million short shorted here. You know, I know that we have some big shorts here and a semi-big long here. That's just some really important information that if you can construct your own position map, as I call it, that's a big edge. That's a very big advantage because you're really just mapping what the big guys are doing and where they're doing it, when they're doing it. And I think that advantage is amazing, really. I mean, okay, so now we have some bearishness coming back in. Oh, I don't want to end the video now because if price just like tanks, I'll be like, yay, I was right. Yeah, price is falling, 93.06. Now we have a $500,000 long closed. Interesting. OI is down, so we know that it's a 500K long who closed. Okay. I was thinking of looking at other transactions to see if there was also 500K long who had opened, but I mean, 500K is such a common size that I can't really use that for pattern recognition trading. I mean, you can sometimes if it's like the same exact 500,043, but 500K is such a common size that I can't. So he was filled on 3 limit orders to my knowledge. So he sold his long off to 3 limit orders to get out of here. So this long got a little scared. Big long got scared. Now, what are the retail traders doing here? Are they shorting? Are they closing longs? Yeah, closing longs, shorting, closing longs, shorting. I mean, shorting here and closing longs here. Some guy closed his $2,000 short there at 9306.5. Yep, people are just shorting. It just doesn't really seem like. I mean, I would want to see this retail crowd. Definitely, I'd want to see them longing more. Because if I see retail longing, small guys longing, and then big guys selling off, that'd be good. Oh, jeez. Okay, we're going to go back to you. So now we have another long who closed and another short who just opened. Could this have been this guy who sold off his long at 93.09 and then entered into a short at 93.05.5 using the same size? I don't know, but it looks like the bigger guys are definitely betting on the market going down. I'll tell you that for sure. I think if we look at any large positions, it would definitely be weighted more toward of the shorts. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Super helpful site. I'm in love with it. I just love watching the scanner, all day, all night. Just it helps me when I'm in my live trades to distinguish when a reversal is likely to occur or when a continuation is likely to occur. Right now, I think price is going to be going down. More confidently now than before. This looks pretty bearish. I don't really think many people are going to say, oh, this is phenomenally bullish. But that's going to do it for this video. I know I've said that 27 times. I just was having too much fun just wanting to wait for the market to drop more. But you will see when you're watching this video what the market did end up doing. And yeah, enjoy.